Hey guys, this is Fun with Duffy Incorporated. I'm here to talk about my top 5 cards that need reprints. Some cards have been long overdue for reprints, but there are some that have been out for a decent amount of time and are reaching their atrocious prices. So, yeah, to make further note, I'm only going to include cards that have been around for at least 6 months. So don't expect any, frickin' Pod Desires on this list. Because that's been out for a decent amount of time, but not long enough to make. Besides, we have yet to see if it has any reprints. Just at the point. So let's get into the top 5 cards that need reprints. Well, number 5 and they seem it's in the same slot, don't they? Yeah, there is a tie. One being AntiSpell Fragrance and Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Let's go over AntiSpell Fragrance first. AntiSpell has been a crazy floodgate as of late. I mean, it's been an anti-meta card for a long time now since its release, but now it's gotten a lot more exposure due to ABCs, being able to lock out most of the meta aside from PK Fire. So really, man, this card is crazy. I mean, this is a true check to Pendulum, so yeah, we can expect a lot coming out of AntiSpell Fragrance, so they can take advantage of it by making a reprint. I mean, the least at a common is $20, so that's pretty ridiculous. And the rest of them are at least 25, so don't expect any easy way to get this thing. And now into Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier. Trishula has been an expensive card for a long time now, I mean, the original one is at $20 at Hidden Arsenal. But its reprint didn't help, as it's even harder to find the original at $29 at the very least. So, yeah, Trishula and AntiSpell Fragrance both share a spot for number 5 on this list. Number 4 is going to be the entire Necross archetype. Yes, I am going to say it right now. This whole archetype, Colossalus, Unicorn, Bryonac, everything needs a reprint. Because, let's be honest, Bryonac is at $10 at the very least. Trishula is at $13 at least. And Valkyris is at $20 at the very least. A piece. So, yeah. And also the other Duelist Alliance decks like Yang Zings and Tutelar Knights, they've all gotten legacy support. But Necross did not. So they can take advantage of that by making more legacy support for Necross, not trying to give some of their cards back. I mean, let's be honest. What can they really do this format with, 2 Unicorns? Not much, really. So, yeah. I feel like that Necross really needs a spotlight, and they deserve a lot more than what they've been getting compared to the other decks. Number 3, Cliffort Monolith. Oh my gosh, weren't we all disappointed when we didn't see this thing in the 2015 Mega Pack? Well, yeah, that disappointment made the thing shoot up in price, as it is at $34 plus. I mean, seriously. Cliffort Monolith, in my opinion, has gotten better with time. Because not only can it be used in Cleese, which is using Demise Cleese nowadays, this deck is also used for the Cliffort engine in Metal Foes, and Magicians, and Forum House sometimes. Just, it can get pretty ridiculous if you break it down. Because, there have ways you have to Cyber Dragon Infinity, they're searchable by Summoner's Art, it's pretty nuts. So, Cliffort Monolith makes number 3 on this list, because it needs a reprint. It's been out for, I think, over a year now. So, this thing is very well deserving of a reprint very, very soon. So, yeah, we can't expect it this year, unfortunately. Sorry, you Clee players that may be watching this, but, Number 2 is Phantom Knights of Break Your Wallet. Break Your Heart. No. Phantom Knights of Break Sword. That's better. Anyway, this card is sitting on $40. 40 frickin' bucks. Break Sword at 40. Okay, let's be real. This deck is the only real matchup against ABCs. ABCs AntiSpell Fragrance gets rid of most of the meta, but PK Fire. And PK Fire needs a lot to work with, and they got plenty. I mean, they can use Calcab to get rid of Anti-Spell. They have a lot to work with. And honestly, Breaksword is probably their best Exceeds monster when it comes to destruction. I mean, granted, the Phantom Knight engine and the Speed Ride engine are the only things keeping Burning Abyss alive, but sure doing a good job at it. I mean, these engines, man, I feel like that Burning Abyss is go away at this point. They've been around for way too long. So can Mermail for all I care. But I digress. Breaksword needs a reprint. For the time that's been out, you can expect it to be like at $20, not freaking 40. So, I would say Force Strix needed a reprint. But this is downright ridiculous. Well, now moving on to number 1, which is... yeah, you guys probably saw this one coming. The number 1 on this list is Psyframe Lord Omega. Freaking Psyframe Lord Omega. Where do I even begin? We'll just go over it real quick. It's a generic level 8 with really good stats. It's knights a card out of your opponent's hand by banishing itself at any time during the main phase. It can return cards from your graveyard to the deck, and it can return banished cards to the graveyard. So this thing recycles a lot, and it gets you all your resources back. So Psyframe Lord Omega is a ridiculous synchro. But, you know, it comes at a pretty ridiculous price, right? Well, you guessed it. $58 at minimum. Just Psyframe Lord Omega. It was so hard to find in its own set. So finding this thing, you pretty much got yourself a whole new box by selling that thing. Just dang, man. Just $58 a piece for this thing. And Shiranui needs this to live. Just, my gosh. It's the amount of work to get this thing out. I mean, to get this thing in the first place, it's definitely worth the price. I mean, it's not worth $60. I mean, I'd say 30, but not freaking 58. But I digress. I'm a budget player. I have every right to complain. Blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. That's the list, guys. And if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And remember, if you don't got fluff, you ain't good enough. Talk to you guys next.